So here we are on Macaulay at the old Miracle Way Ranch, which has been purchased by Eric and Angela, and they're currently in Nanaimo and moving up in about 3 weeks. And they have a Shetland pony and an old horse and a whole bunch of ducks and chickens, Indian runner ducks I believe, and various fowl. So I've built a whole mini farm for them while they've been coming and going. It's 4-foot high farm fence with a full top rail, as you can see, and all my usual corners and nice curves and lines, and there's a side fence joined into the house with my usual 2x4, drilled with a mason bit through the stucco, and all the hinge posts are nicely braced in as many ways as I can. And yeah, there's the first paddock, and there's going to be shelters made in each one. And here is a 10-foot gate into the next paddock, and a 6-foot gate for tractor access and people access from the house. And then my usual horseshoe. And thank you, Mark Hobby of Feria, who provides me with these lovely horseshoes. You just remember how lucky you are to be here in the valley and have a new farm. And a little cardboard sign I made for lovely people. And then another 6-foot gate. And paddock number 2 is also going to have a shelter up here. And then paddock number 3 here is going to have a shelter right here. And here's a 4-foot gate for access from the house here. And a 10-foot gate. Oh, this is a bit we added on where we joined in from the house up there onto the paddock, and then that side fence we just came through to add an extra area. And the other extra one, so this is the 4th paddock, and then the 5th paddock, well, this is more of a dog yard. The 5th area is the area between the paddock fence here and the boundary. I said, well, let's put a gate across there, and then you've got another bit. It's wet in the winter, but in the summer it's fine. So we did that. We actually replaced the perimeter fence because it was barbed wire and in bad repair. So we put a 6-foot gate on the end of it. And yeah, and then another 10-foot, of course, into this paddock. And nicely braced, more or less straight. We added on that last section, so it's not quite, but pretty darn close. And now the house is going to have a whole bunch of work to it. It hasn't been updated for a long time. And then we've got a whole poultry area, which is 50 by 30. And it's got 6 pens in it, 2 20 by 15 here at the end. I hadn't got all the gates, so I went down to Parksville and got some there, but it allowed me to drill all the holes and fit the 3 that I had. And so once the other ones come in, it'll be a quick matter just to pop them on. And it's got my maypole arrangement, I call it, where I've used 2 center support posts, and then about 30 of these wires stretching out and fastened with a hole drilled through, and a gripple which can be adjusted for tension, and as much bracing on the inside corners to make sure that it doesn't implode if there's a bit of snow on it, and bracing on the central poles much as I can. That's the only 12-foot pole that I could get that would go in deep enough and up high enough. And I can't reach much higher than that with my excavator. I might be able to do 14. I've never tried. But That seems to be enough. Just need to get a nice light net. And I've smoothed off the edges on the outside as much as I can. These tails can be just tucked in and eventually perhaps cut off a bit, but I'll leave them long for now. And yeah, oh, and I added this gate here to the neighbor, lovely guy, Dylan, and I had good chats with him, and I'm sure I'll see more of him. Yeah, and then it's 4 15 by 15 pens. Oh my gosh, the ground on this job was so hard. Every post had to be one spike, the small spike, then the big spike, then a gallon of water, and then try to get the post in the best I can. And it's one of the hardest jobs I've ever done for hard ground. Still nice and straight. And there's Mount Albert Edward in the background. It's been a tough job. Here I am, packed up, ready to go. I'm just going to climb up and have a look from here down onto the pen. Oh boy! There it is. That's a big poultry area. I call it the Taj Maduk. And yes, it's been a boot camp for 2 weeks for me. And it's all done. Everything's cleaned up. There's the paddocks, the house, the corner of the paddock poking out the top, and the entrance. Oh, I love building these things, you know. Boot camp all week, great exercise, lots of creativity, and I get paid well for it. Doesn't get much better than that, but I'm going home. See you on the next one.